Good morning, everyone. My name is Marshall Chandra, and I am an Indonesian international student. My student ID is D0628355. My major is BIBA, and currently I'm in my fourth year. Today, I'm going to talk about the benefit and the disadvantage of drinking coffee. Let's talk about coffee first. Coffee is a brewed drink prepared from roasted coffee beans. When you talk about if is coffee good or bad, there's so many controversial information about this. Some people say coffee is very good because you can reduce risk of getting certain disease, and some people even say it's bad because there's caffeine. So if you consume it, you can cause some problem like disrupt sleep or maybe some other effect, especially if you consume it in a large portion. Well, this presentation take a detailed look at coffee and its health effect, whether it's really good or bad for you. First, let's talk about the coffee benefits. Talking about coffee benefits, firstly, a lot of people drink coffee, especially when they want to start out their day. They usually drink their coffee, especially for this physical performance. They can boost your physical performance. A lot of research say that your performance can be improved by 11 to 12% when you drink coffee because there's caffeine in coffee that can increase adrenaline level in your blood, which make you hype. And then second is coffee may help you lose weight because coffee contains magnesium and potassium, which help human body insulin, and they regulate blood sugar levels and reduce you from craving food like treats and snacks. Coffee can also help you burn fat, like caffeine help fat cell break down body fat. Like caffeine will break down your body fat and use it as a fuel for your training. This third is coffee brighten your mood and help fight depression and lower risk of suicide. A lot of people say drinking coffee 2 cups a day prevent risk of suicide because they say coffee stimulates your central nervous system and boosts production of neurotransmitter like serotonin, dopamine, noradrenaline, which elevate your mood. And as I said, that coffee has so many benefits that can reduce your risk to a certain disease, which is all of this. Lower risk of death, reduced risk of cancer, reduced risk of stroke, and even lower risk of type 2 diabetes. Because based on all the research, they say like for coffee, they even say there's 25% lower chance that of death compared to those who don't drink coffee. There's also reduced risk of cancer because caffeine may help like prevent developing of basal cell carcinoma, which is the common type of skin cancer. Coffee can also reduce risk of stroke, but with reasonable consumption. Don't drink too much coffee. If you drink enough coffee, like 2 to 4 cups a day, people say it's associated with lower risk of stroke. And people also say, like the people I'm saying is doctor, like based on research, they also say coffee may lower risk of type 2 diabetes. And when you know about coffee health benefits, how do you maximize it? How do you increase it? There is 2 ways I found to increase the health benefits you can receive from coffee. The first one is to reduce sugar usage, like sugar, cream. That's the dangerous part of drinking coffee. Honestly, people say, no, doctors say coffee is the same drink, like healthy drink, like a tea. But similar to tea, if you add so many sugar, even to tea can be dangerous for you. So same as coffee, if you add too many sugar or too many cream, then it can be dangerous for you as well. But if you drink coffee, especially without sugar, it's a healthy drink. And the second way is there's a brew technique, which is using a paper filter. You use paper to filter the coffee when you brew it. It can reduce the what is it? The component called caffeine. It's a substance that can increase cholesterol level, and cholesterol level is honestly a bit dangerous because my family has cholesterol, and I understand how it's dangerous. So every time my family drink coffee, they always use this paper filter technique. Well, bear also in mind that drinking coffee at cafes or buying like instant coffee in vending machine or grocery stores, they already put so many sugars and it contains hundreds of calories, which is will be unhealthy if you consume it regularly. So finally, please don't drink too many coffee because as we know, caffeine can make us addicted, but drinking excessive amount of coffee will be dangerous for your health. The disadvantage and risk of coffee drinking, bad coffee can be toxic. So bear in mind if you want to buy a coffee, just buy the high quality one because that quality coffee can cause you sickness, headache, even general bad feeling. Second, coffee can cause insomnia, even restlessness, because as I said before, coffee contains caffeine, and caffeine boosts your adrenaline in your blood flow. If you drink it too much, it will cause you insomnia, even restlessness. Like you cannot sleep. It happens to me once, and then it's so hard for me to sleep, even though I'm super tired, but I cannot sleep. Drinking too much coffee can cause this. And lastly, don't drink more than 1 cup a day, especially if you're pregnant, because baby is sensitive to coffee and it can be dangerous if you're drinking too many coffee. So if you're a heavyweight coffee drinker, please stop drinking while pregnant. At least reduce the consumption of coffee. Well, for the conclusion, is coffee good or bad for you? Depends on the people. For certain people like pregnant woman or a child or even a caffeine sensitive person, you need to pay attention to the coffee drinking. But for other normal people, reasonable amount will be okay, will be good for you. Like as we talked about earlier, they reduce a lot of like risk to a certain disease, and also it can boost your performance for a day, and it's very good if you drink coffee. But make sure don't drink excessive amount of coffee because it will be dangerous for you. And make sure about the sugar as well. Don't add too many sugar cream. If you use it without sugar and you drink it enough, like consumption, it will be very healthy for you. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope it's a good information from me. Thank you very much. Bye.